of the I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast network. That is Masturbators, The Sipless, and Eating After Movies, Crushgasm, Men Are the Prize, and Love is Black. Please check out all of our podcasts for different podcast needs. And Masturbators is always done in front of a live social media audience. We're a mature podcast that talk about mature things. It's not kid friendly, but if you want to listen with your kids, that's on you. We warned you. Have a good day. Hello. Welcome to Masturbators Presents Reviews. Bracket review. Sorry. My name is DeAndre Robinson, and I'm here too with the best. Casey, how are you? Casey, you're muted. All right, while Casey's doing that, Chancey, what's on you?
For a second, while he was doing that, I was gonna just start miming like, I'm doing all right. I just got off work, got paid to get off an hour early. I can't beat that.
You cannot beat that. That is just beautiful right there. All right, Casey, can you talk for me?
I am here. Can everybody hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. So as I was saying, I am happy to be here. I am excited because tomorrow we are finally recording the debut episode of Literature Reapers, which will debut on Monday. But I am excited even more so to be talking about psychological thrillers. So let's do this shit.
Yeah, psycho thrillers. I mean, I'm sorry, your new shows come out before this show, so if it's coming out Monday, this coming out Wednesday. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I definitely will be
Either way.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to review these shows. Just us three. It should be a good one. We're doing psychological thrillers. We asked Facebook and Twitter to vote on 104 movies until we got to a winner. The highest seed will all play a lower seed. There will be a bye in the fourth round in the quarterfinals. And we, at the end of this, will vote for the third place game. And just like I did not make these rankings. These rankings come from actually, this is Rotten Tomatoes, actually. Rotten Tomatoes. And Casey?
Yes? What do we say about Rotten Tomatoes? Fuck
yes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
There you go. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. However, though, we use Rotten Tomatoes and Ranker and IMDb because they actually have rankings for all the stuff we need, so it's easier. However, though, it's also easy to blame them when people don't think the ranking's right. So that's it. All right, Casey and Chancey, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Let's do this.
All right. So, and also, Chancey actually did this. This exact bracket. Maybe about a week ago. And God's truth, Chancey, I don't have that bracket here anymore because apparently, if you use too many cells on Google, they say fuck you and delete some shit. So, so I don't have that bracket here, but
That's all right.
But I'm pretty sure you definitely had some good ones. So we're gonna see. We'll compare because I know I can get it. But anyway, so we're gonna start the playing games. The playing games. We have The Gift 2015 versus Dr. Sleep 2019. And on Twitter, the first one on Twitter, it was 50-50 split. But the Dr. Sleep wins by 69% of the total votes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The Gift wasn't bad, though. I mean, I'm not sure
no.
Now. The Gift wasn't bad.
Neither of the two of them are bad. I personally, from my own Stephen King taste, think Dr. Sleep was better than its predecessor.
All right. Last playing game, you got Devil 2010 versus The Manchurian Candidate 2004. And The Manchurian Candidate wins by 74% of the total votes.
That was a tough vote for me because I liked both of those movies.
I love Devil. It's probably my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movies ever. And God's truth, and because the twist on that is amazing. The twist. Oh, go watch.
Wow, what a twist!
I'm not going to spoil the twist, but it was great.
No, when he does a good twist, he does a good twist. But there's
Yes.
times that he's shit the bed on his twist too.
Oh, just like the last movie he did, the knocking the cabin in the woods and some shit like that. But with Dave Bautista, oh, that show's hard.
Oh. I didn't even know. I forgot that was him. Yeah, that.
It was hard.
I haven't even seen that movie yet. I think I'm gonna avoid it.
It's on
Don't
Peacock.
waste your time.
It's on Peacock, which is just anyone else. But so is Cocaine Bear, and there you go. Cocaine Bear is probably the best movie of 2023. It's God's truth.
Tune in to An Evening at the Movies, and you'll hear mine and Amanda's thoughts on the amazingness of Cocaine Bear.
All right, so we get into the bracket. We got number 1, 7, 1995, versus number 100, Mr. Brooks, 2007. And 7 wins by 87% of the total votes.
Should have been 97.
I said it once and I said it again, dude. The guy that had that thing strapped to him for the lust killing should have won a fucking Oscar. All right. They should play that at acting schools for like scenes when you have to like pretend to lose your mind. That's the greatest. Just like, I know I'm fucked up. We've established this, but like that whole series of stuff that he says. And then just the way he's able to get that manic but then you're sucked in. You're like, oh my god, dude, this guy actually killed somebody.
All right, number 2, Silence of the Lambs, 1991, versus number 99, 2001: A Space Odyssey, 1968. Silence of the Lambs wins by 90% of the total votes.
Yeah.
I don't see how Space Odyssey is a psychological thriller, honestly. I mean, I guess the dynamic between Hal and the crew, but like that's a sci-fi movie, man.
So, some of these are iffy again, but I mean, I need 104 of them, so I just kept them in there.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. Number 3, The Shining, 1980, versus number 98, A Perfect Murder, 1998. The Shining wins by 76% of the total votes.
The Shining is the greatest Stephen King adaptation ever made.
I disagree with that one, but I mean.
Oh, and I just said it just to get a rise out of Casey more than anything.
Oh my goodness!
Cut his mic.
However, we do have a Stephen King bracket, so
yeah,
that will be coming soon. Number 4, The Sixth Sense, 1999, versus number 97, Unfaithful, 2002. And The Sixth Sense wins by 89% of the total votes.
I don't know if I agree with that number. I think that's a little bit high, but
I just think it's just a bad grouping.
It really was. Number 5, Shutter Island, 2010, versus number 96, Dial M for Murder, 1954. Shutter Island wins by 56% of the total votes.
I got a hard. That's hard for me to stomach, but I mean, they voted. They voted.
Close. Number 6, Misery, 1990. I know Michael Cert. Versus number 95, Heat, 1995. And Misery wins by 65% of the total votes. Again, I'm okay with this because I don't think Heat is a psychological thriller.
Agreed. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's a fantastic fucking movie, by the way.
But, for sure.
Great fucking movie.
I don't know if it's a psychological thriller.
They actually used the scene from Heat where Val Kilmer ejects his magazine in training videos for appropriate tactical magazine ejection, because he did so much studying on that when it comes down to the final shootout. Yeah, he's just popping out rounds. He just kicks it out and puts another one in. Just like it's like they're like, yeah, they use that on a video now. They use that on training videos now, because you're like you're watching this video and all of a sudden, hey, is that from Heat?
All right. Number 7, Fight Club, 1999, versus number 94, Phone Booth, 2002. Fight Club wins by 68% of the total votes.
I don't have a problem with that number. I think Phone Booth is a little bit
bad
of a
grouping.
underappreciated movie.
It is. I think it was just a bad grouping because, like, dude, Phone Booth on its own is a great psychological thriller. Like, it's very difficult to take a movie and make a really good movie out of such small spaces, like they did with Saw and like Phone Booth. I mean, that's even smaller. That's a smaller space than a fucking bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bad seating, but I mean, that's what it is.
Yep.
Number 8, The Devil's Advocate, 1997. Versus number 93, Nightcrawler, 2014. And The Devil's Advocate wins by 79% of the total votes.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
That's probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Number 9, Inception, 2010. Versus number 92, The Cell, 2000. Inception wins by 65% of the total votes. I know Chancey hates that.
It's such a bad grouping. Like it really is. Because I mean, it's not that I dislike Inception or anything like that, but The Cell is such a really good movie.
Yeah, well, 65% of people do not think so.
not compared to Inception. I mean,
yeah.
Shit.
Number 10, Split, 2016. Versus number 91, The Book of Eli, 2010. Split wins by 55% of the total votes. I agree with this only because, again, The Book of Eli doesn't seem like a psychological thriller. No, the ending of The Book of Eli,
that's a twist.
It's a twist. Yeah. But the whole movie is just an action movie to show that Denzel Washington kick people.
It's like The Equalizer if it was post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, basically. Go ahead, Chancey. Casey?
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
I was just agreeing. It's all fine and dandy. You get all this going at one point, and then you get a little bit psychological at
the end. Number 11, Psycho, 1960. Versus number 90, Hide and Seek, 2005. Psycho wins by 78% of the total votes. I mean, you should have. I mean, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, at least it won, but I think it should have been a little bit bigger of a
number. Number 12, The Exorcist, 1973. Versus number 89, Eternal Sunshine, The Spotless Mind, 2004.
Oh.
The Exorcist wins by 69% of the total votes.
Bad grouping.
It really is. That was it right now. I actually voted for Eternal Sunshine. Again, I don't know a lot of people smoke weed or not, but if you do smoke weed, watch Eternal Sunshine. That shit will fuck your mind up. All right. Oh my goodness, I love that movie.
I would say maybe eat some mushrooms and watch it. Fucking see what the fuck happens there. Especially there when everything starts like blending into nothingness. Fuck.
All right. The Thing, number 13, The Thing, 1982. Versus number 88, Hard Candy, 2005. And The Thing wins by 70% of the total votes. It should have.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell Hard Candy falls into a psychological thriller.
Not a psychological thriller. Again, some reason I don't think it's psychological thrillers, but it is what it is.
It's like the B horror at best.
Number 14.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think some of these are more light horror than they are psychological thrillers.
Yeah. Number 14, The Usual Suspects, 1995. Versus number 87, The Dead Zone, 1983. The Usual Suspects wins by 84% of the total votes.
Yeah, Dead Zone's great, but it had no shot against The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I guess there are certain psychological elements, but for me, it felt like everything that led up to the end would have been meaningless if you didn't get the twist at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 15, The Bone Collector, 1999. Verse number 86, The Talented Mr. Ripley, 1999. On Twitter, the talented Mr. Ripley won. On Facebook, Bone Collector won. The Bone Collector wins by 59% of the total votes.
Have we had an upset yet in the first round?
Um, so far,
I think the closest has been like 70%.
The closest have been 55% was split.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But just stay with us. just stay
I
with
know.
us. We're going to get some. Number 16.
It's not like it's the Christmas movie bracket.
It's not. That was horrible. Number 16, The Fugitive, 1993. Verse number 85, Old Boy, 2003. Now, again, both of these to me are not psychological thrillers. Suspense, maybe.
See, I think what may be happening here is that people are taking thrillers and lumping them in with psychological thrillers.
Yes, there you go.
Because, like, I definitely see The Fugitive as a thriller.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I watched it when it came out, and it kept my ADD riddled ass like pinned to a seat for the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's not thrilling, I don't know what is.
And it's not a short movie either.
Yeah, right. No, it's not. It's not short.
Even Old Boy was a fantastic movie. It's not psychological thriller to me, but it is what it is. It's on here. The Fugitive wins by 82% of the total votes.
The Fugitive is a great movie. No offense to the other, but I mean, Harrison Ford was great in that movie. Tommy Lee Jones stole that fucking movie. I don't care what anybody says.
Got an Oscar for it. I didn't kill my wife. I don't care. All right. Number 17, Gone Girl, 2014. Versus number 84, Stigmata, 1999. Gone Girl wins on Twitter. Stigmata wins on Facebook. Gone Girl wins by 54% of the total votes.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah, I mean, both of them aren't that bad of movies, so having it be a 55 split,
right,
isn't that bad.
Number 18, 28 Days Later, 2002, versus number 83, The Village, 2004. And
28 Days Later is a horror movie.
I thought so myself. It is what it is. I'm not going to keep beating the dead horse right now because...
no. Otherwise, we're going to be doing this every matchup.
Right? 28 Days Later wins by 60% of the total votes.
I don't even know where to start with this. First off, who makes... Okay, I know it's not quote-unquote a zombie movie. Who makes a zombie movie in a country where you're not allowed to have guns? That's the dumbest zombie movie idea ever made. It's like, oh, hey, someone got bit. Fucking fade to black. 3 days later, fade to empty fucking London. Fade to black. Credits. Fucking A. Pay me my money.
Commercial.
And then you got the fucking Village. Oh God, I fucking hate the Village. It's one of those movies where like I'm all in, and then it's like 98% of the way through just shits the whole side of the bed, and then wants to change sides of bed. Like, nah, fam, you've got to sleep in that.
So
that's awful.
The Village is to remind me of How I Met Your Mother. God's truth, because it was so good until that fucking ending.
Okay, I was like, how is he gonna connect this?
Oh my God, that show's horrible. The ending was fucking horrible. The Village. Oh my goodness. What the fuck is this? All right. Anyway, number 19, The Conjuring, 2013. Versus number 82, North by Northwest, 1959. North by Northwest wins on Twitter. The Conjuring wins on Facebook. The Conjuring wins by 53% of the total votes.
Almost a Friday vote.
Almost a Friday vote. So Facebook
thank you. Yes, thank you, Facebook user.
Facebook user, sorry, doesn't know who you are. If you want me to see your name, go on my page, and then it will say your name when you write comments. But I hate the Village too because the fucking ending. All right. Number 20, Fargo, 1996. Versus number 81, Now You See Me, 2013.
Oh yeah.
Fargo was on Twitter. Now You See Me won on Facebook. Fargo wins by 57% of the total votes.
Oh well, don't you know?
I'm not going to lie to you. I picked Now You See Me. I mean, listen, I love that movie with a passion. The second one was not that good.
Yeah.
But the first one was.
The first one was amazing.
First one was great. Number 21, Hannibal, 2001. Versus number 80, Joker, 2019. Joker wins on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hannibal won on Facebook. Hannibal wins by 53% of the total votes.
Wow.
I mean,
See, I've got mixed feelings about this matchup because
it's a bad matchup.
Yeah, and we're not beating a dead horse here, but Hannibal was more thrown together to gore, shock fest. I think Joker had a little bit more of a psychological element to it, but
Facebook uses.
I enjoyed both movies.
Listen, we think it is too. And again, blame Rotten Tomatoes. Number 22, Prisoners, 2013. Versus number 79, Blade Runner, 1982. And Blade Runner wins by 76% of the total votes. You want your upset? There you go.
I mean, that's good. That's acceptable.
I mean, it's a bracket upset, but I mean, at the same time, Blade Runner is a classic.
Yeah.
Classic cinematic masterpiece, at least in my opinion.
Number 23, Primal Fear, 1996. And I think that this is one of Chancey's Final Four, actually, if I'm not mistaken. Primal Fear, 1996 versus number 78, Fallen, 1998.
Ooh.
And Primal Fear wins by 59% of the total votes.
I know which one you're thinking of. It's not Primal Fear, though.
It was
Cape Fear. But I do love Fallen, though. Fallen's fucking great.
Yeah, it just lost to Primal Fear.
Yeah, but that's all right. But I mean, it's still such a good movie. If I couldn't choose, Frailty to recommend as a movie to watch for somebody to watch, as far as like something that's crazy and thrilling and stuff of that nature, for sure it's Fallen.
And Fallen's the one.
Yeah, that is. Yep.
Well, I mean, nothing against Primal Fear either, but Primal Fear is Edward Norton's debut that, oh yeah, by the way, he also won an Academy Award for.
That's valid.
I do believe he's the only person to debut in a movie and win an Academy Award for that movie.
Nice. Number 24, What Lies Beneath versus number 77, Insomnia. On Facebook alone, this was a 50-50 split. Insomnia wins by 55% of the total votes. Okay. Number 25.
That's crazy.
Number 25, Red Dragon versus number 76, Gone Baby Gone, 2007. Red Dragon's in 2002. On Facebook again, this was a 50-50 split.
Are you fucking...
We interrupt this episode of Masturbators to bring you Chancey melting down.
on Facebook, this was a 50-50 split. Red Dragon wins by 51% of the total votes.
It was almost a fucking Friday vote?
It was almost a Friday vote.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Dude, Red Dragon's such a good movie, dude. Philip Seymour Hoffman super glued to a fucking antique wheelchair, rolling down the street, smoking. Not because he's smoking endo, because he's on fucking fire. Like, what the fuck, man? 51% of the vote.
51% of the votes. All right.
I'm sorry. I'm done.
You can go off if you want to, buddy. That's on you. All right, number 26, Zodiac, 2007. Verse number 75, Serenity, 2019. On Facebook alone, this was 100% of the votes. I mean, for Zodiac.
Okay, I was
Zodiac,
gonna say, what the fuck?
yeah, Zodiac wins by 94% of the total votes.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, look at the ass whooped. Number 27, No Country for Old Men, 2007. Verse number 74, Limitless, 2011. No Country for Old Men wins by 65% of the total votes.
I should have been a bigger gap.
I'm not gonna lie.
A
I vote for Limitless. I'm not gonna lie. I knew for a fact wasn't gonna win. It is what it is. But I voted for Limitless because I love that shit. Limitless and Lucy, which I think Lucy's not even on here too. If Limitless on here, then Lucy should be on here. Basically the same fucking movie. But I love to know if I could open my mind to 20 to 30, 40% of my brain power, what could I do? So that's on me. Number 28, Rosemary's Baby, 1968. Verse number 73, Copycat, 1995. Rosemary Baby wins by 74% of the total votes. Listen,
I mean, Copycat just wasn't that good of a movie anyway. I mean, let's be real. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here.
And people were scared. People start having exes on Baby if they threw up after watching Rosemary Baby. Like, people were scared of that fucking movie. So yeah.
Wait a minute, Dre is admitting that older is better in this one?
Say again?
Dre is admitting that older is better?
Well, no, I'm admitting better is better. I don't care about older. I care better. Number 29, American Psycho, 2000. Verse number 72, Falling Down, 1993. American Psycho wins by 65% of the total votes.
Oh, man.
I'm okay with that. Chancey might not be, but
So, go ahead, Casey.
I was just going to say, in my mind, that's maybe a little bit too high, but not that much too high.
Okay.
I mean, to not beat the horse, I don't think either one of these were really psychological thrillers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking, you might be able to consider American Psycho a thriller, but there wasn't psychological. There was no, like, the only real suspense was how long before he gets caught.
Mm-hmm.
But we won't spoil it, I guess. But, dude, Falling Down is more so just like, hey, who wants to see a dead body?
Stand by me.
Boys in the Hood.
Don't be a menace, yeah.
Don't be a menace.
You want to see a dead body?
It's fucking it's Fat Elvis. Number 30, Cape Fear, 1991. Verse number 71, Pan's Labyrinth, 2006. Cape Fear wins by 70% of the total votes.
That's acceptable.
Yeah, I didn't particularly care for Pan's Labyrinth, so anything more than that, I would have had a problem with.
Number 30.
And Cape Fear is just fucking. I know it's not. See, that's what I liked about the '90s Cape Fear was that they didn't cookie cutter the original. Like there's a lot of vast differences that I can't remember off the top of my head, but.
Ruth says Pan's Labyrinth series. I love that one too. So it's the only person that on here that says that. Number 31, Butterfly Effect, 2004. Verse number 70, Gothica, 2003. The Butterfly Effect wins by 83% of the total votes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I could see that.
I'm okay with that. Again, not as big of a fan of Gothica, so.
Gothica wasn't bad. I don't think Gothica was bad. It's just, Butterfly Effect was just a better movie.
Just bad grouping.
I like the concept of Butterfly Effect a little bit better than
I think
Gothica.
I think Gothica was like I was saying earlier. I think Gothic is more of just a thriller rather than a psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Number 32, 12 Monkeys, 1995. Versus number 69, Ex Machina, 2014. 12 Monkeys wins by 75% of the total votes.
As it should, just on confusion alone.
Right.
Number 33, Identity, 2003. Versus number 68, Sleeping with the Enemy, 1991. On Facebook, this was a 50-50 split. Sleeping with the Enemy wins by 56% of the total votes.
That's pretty close.
There it is. Number 34, Unbreakable, 2000. Versus number 67, Fracture, 2007. Unbreakable wins by 78% of the total votes. Total votes.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Number 35, Memento, 2000. Versus number 66, The Mothman Prophecies, 2002. Memento wins by 67% of the total votes.
I mean, I'll agree to disagree, but that's all right.
Number 36, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, 2011. Versus number 65, Jacob's Ladder, 1990.
I don't like this matchup.
The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo wins by 53% of the total votes.
Yeah, bad batch.
Well, we get into like the 50s now and then 60s, so it's going to be tighter and tighter of movies.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Number 37, Mystic River, 2003. Versus number 64, Single White Female, 1992.
Oh.
And Mystic River wins by 63% of the total votes. To me, I agree with that.
Sort of.
It's not so. A better overall movie is Mystic River.
Yeah.
Mystic River to me is not a psychological thriller though.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's a fucked up movie. By the way, let me say right now, is that my daughter in there? Is that my daughter? And I love that shit, right? And the ending fucked me up as well, but it's not a psychological thriller. So stay away from probably should have won on that alone, but I voted for Mystic River because that's just an amazing movie.
Yeah. I could agree with that. I think I voted for Single White Female mostly just because of the premise. Like, it doesn't matter if it's, it doesn't matter who you are. Just the idea of somebody coming over and trying to take over your life is fucking terrifying.
Damn right. Number 38, 1408, 2007. Versus number 63, Vertigo, 1958.
Oh, fuck.
On Twitter, Vertigo wins. On Facebook, 1408 won. Vertigo wins by 59% of the total votes.
I was gonna freak the fuck out if I was like, Vertigo. I swear to God, if Vertigo doesn't win this, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like 1408's good and all, all right, I get that, but like, it's Vertigo. It's a classic, yes.
Well, I think 1408. No. I think of some of his movies that came out around that time. 1408 is probably third or fourth best of that batch.
So I'm not gonna lie though, and I said it's right. No, I think Vertigo is a better movie than 1408 than me personally. However, though, just because you're older doesn't mean you're better. Just want to say that right now. There you go. Number 39.
I think I've heard that somewhere before.
Just saying. Number 39, The Skeleton Key, 2005. Versus number 62, 1 Hour Photo, 2002. And 1 Hour Photo wins by 69% of the total votes.
There ain't nothing in the world scarier than a crazy Robin Williams. And not crazy funny.
No, crazy. Oh my
crazy.
Crazy.
Between this and Insomnia, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Number 40, Orphan. And Insomnia's coming up too, I think. Or we just did it. But anyway.
I think we did it earlier, yeah.
Number 40, Orphan, 2009. Versus number 61, Secret Window, 2004. Secret Window wins by Secret Window win on Twitter. Orphan won on Facebook. Secret Window wins by 53% of the total votes.
Mm-hmm. I would go to bat
And
for Secret Windows in that group of Secret Window, The Mist, and 1408 that all came out around the same time. And
so
I would put Secret
I don't
Window
know
ahead of.
So I thought Orphan was interesting. I don't know if it's a psychological thriller to me though. Me personally, I know the ending of it. I'm not going to spoil it anyway, but that's up in the air. Anyway,
I think the psychological element's supposed to be that it's based on actual events.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll take that.
Because other than that, I don't know where it's coming from either.
Number 41, Stereo Echoes, 1999. Verse number 60, Cape Fear, 1962. And Cape Fear, 1962 wins by 54% of the total votes. It won on Twitter. Stereo Echoes won on Facebook. Number 42, The Game, 1997. Verse number 59, Panic Room, 2002. The Game wins by 68% of the total votes. Number 43, The Crying Game, 1992. Verse number 58, Taxi Driver, 1976. Taxi Driver wins by 74% of the total votes. It should have, but I watched The Crying Game for the first time. This year, and it wasn't a bad movie. I didn't watch it for a long period of time because of the stigma that came with The Crying Game, but it's a fucking amazing movie, actually.
Stigma? What stigma?
Well, when I was immature and everybody said I don't play The Crying Game, all that kind of good shit. Like when the girl is actually a guy, all that kind of good stuff. I personally don't care. I don't care. But it took me a long period of time. It took me a long period of time to watch that to now. So, and it's a fucking fantastic movie. What's his name? Guy with the lazy eye. He played a fucking fantastic role in that movie. He got fucked up in that movie, but played a fantastic role in that movie. Number 44, Law Abiding Citizen, 2009. Verse 57, Interstellar, 2014. Interstellar wins on Twitter. Law Abiding Citizen won on Facebook. Law Abiding Citizen wins by 53% of the total votes. Thank you, Ruth. Forrest Whitaker. His name was fantastic guy.
I mean, Law Abiding Citizen's just a thriller.
Well, so is Interstellar, though. I mean,
I wasn't really trying. Yeah, I really wasn't trying to pull for Interstellar either.
Yeah.
It was just more one of those things like, I mean, I guess you could consider Law Abiding Citizen somewhat of a psychological thriller, but it's more action thriller than it is psychological thriller because they're basically telling you everything as it goes out, so there's no air of mystery.
Well, I voted for Law Abiding Citizen because it has been one of my favorite kills of all time in any movie ever. When he killed
the cell phone?
No, not the cell phone. When the guy came out of jail, he said the cops looking for him, and he made sure he cut all his bodies off, all his body parts off, but he made sure that he couldn't move, he couldn't flinch, and he couldn't die.
Yeah,
so he feel all that pain. Oh, that was mean. I know I sound psycho with that, but that guy killed his daughter and his wife. He deserved all that shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the like when he went all like back to his roots of his job and whatnot. I thought that's what you were talking about because that torture stuff, that was epic, like super epic. Yeah, but I love that part where there's she's talking about how safe she is or whatever, and then picks up her phone. Oh, that's one thing about being a judge.
Oh. Number 45, Flatliners, 1990, versus number 56, The Machinist, 2004. Flatliners wins by 57% of the total votes.
I mean, the only thing psychologically anything, or I would say scarring rather than thrilling, is fucking Christian Bale in that fucking movie, dude. Jesus Christ. Somebody get that boy a goddamn milkshake or a protein shake, something.
Something. Number 46, The Illusionist, 2006. Number 55, Basic Instinct, 1992. Basic Instinct wins by 70% of the total votes. I think this is bullshit.
I was gonna say, let's check. I want to say we need to check exactly on who voted because I don't think that the movie was necessarily voted for.
I mean, it's that one part, and even that one part was
It's fucking garbage.
Even one part wasn't good. The Illusionist is fucking amazing. Oh my good Illusionist! God damn it. Anyway, but I'll move on. Number 47, Frailty, 2002. Version number 54, The Prestige, 2006. and the relationship want to get the Prestige. Listen, I would love to see with that in the first round because both the movies are basically the same movie, but both are so good. Anyway, but for, the Prestige won on Twitter. Frailty won on Facebook. Frailty wins by 53% of the total votes.
Should have been that close, but
it should have been the opposite way. To me, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, the Prestige is fucking amazing.
It is. It really is.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's only that close because people can't get behind a kid cooking a freaking 5-gallon pot of peas with his brother and dad. Spoiler alert, that's talked about a lot during the episode of the movie.
All right, number 48, Get Out, 2017. Verse number 53, Insidious, 2010. And the Get Out wins by 75% of the total votes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Stir the tea.
That tea party scared the shit out of every black person alive. Sorry, Ruth, the menu is not on this list. Sorry about that. Number 49, The Good Son, 1993. Number 52, Black Swan, 2010. Black Swan wins on Twitter. The Good Son won on Facebook. The Good Son wins by 54% of the total votes.
Yeah.
I mean,
right,
I wasn't a huge fan of The Good Son only because, I mean, I think the biggest part of that was the shock value of going from Kevin McAllister to
a crazy motherfucker in that movie. And then he did Rich after, right? It was Home Alone. I think it was Home Alone 2, and then it was The Good Son, and then Richie Rich. And then it was My Girl.
Yeah.
So
the greatest rom-com of all time.
Jesus Christ. All right. Number 50, Fatal Attraction, 1987. Number 51, Requiem for a Dream, 2000. I want to see Jesse's face when I saw that. And Requiem for a Dream wins by 63% of the total votes. Fatal Attraction won on Twitter, and Requiem for a Dream won on Facebook. But in the end, Requiem for a Dream won on total. All right, round 2.
By the way, officially announcing Chancey will be coming on an evening at the movies to discuss Requiem.
Oof.
The only reason I'm doing this is because we're friends. I fucking. Man,
that's a hard movie to fucking watch, especially the ending. Oh god damn it!
Oh no, dude, that movie literally changed the course of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking.
And that's a good psychological thriller. That's a good psychological thriller. Right there.
Yeah.
All right. Round 2, 7 versus Dr. Sleep. 7 wins by 78% of the total votes. The Silence of the Lambs versus Manchurian Candidate. The Silence of the Lambs wins by 94% of the total votes. The Shining.
Is it better?
The Shining versus Blade Runner. The Shining wins by 79% of the total votes.
Okay.
The Sixth Sense versus Insomnia. The Sixth Sense wins by 75% of the total votes. Shutter Island versus Sleeping with the Enemy. Sleeping with the Enemy won on Twitter. Shutter Island won on Facebook. Shutter Island wins by 54% of the total votes.
Thank you, Twitter.
Misery versus Vertigo. Misery wins by
Oh,
70%.
bye-bye, Kathy Bates.
Misery wins by 70% of the total votes.
Oh, damn.
Fight
Didn't see
Club
that one
versus
coming.
Fight Club versus 1 hour photo. Fight Club wins by 65% of the total votes. The Devil's Advocate versus
Fight Club.
The Devil's Advocate versus Secret Window. The Devil Advocate wins by 82% of the total votes.
Damn, that's a heavy blowout there.
Mm-hmm. Inception versus Cape Fear, 1962. Inception wins by 55% of the total votes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Split versus Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver won on Twitter. Split won on Facebook. Split wins by 54% of the total votes.
I would have liked to have seen the Beast go up against the guy from Taxi Driver. Yeah, the guy from De Niro from Taxi Driver.
Oh, epic battle.
Epic.
Psycho versus Basic Instinct. Psycho wins by 58% of the total votes. The Exorcist versus Requiem for a Dream. The Exorcist versus Requiem for a Dream.
Go ahead.
The Exorcist wins by 64% of the total votes. There's two of the movies that really will fuck you up, especially if you're a Christian. Hi, Amanda.
Don't call us friends if you're not having gummies right now.
Amanda is not feeling well, so that's why she's not on. She was supposed to be on here, but she's not feeling well. We're still saying hi to Amanda.
Because she didn't have gummies yet.
The Thing versus The Good Son. The Thing won on Twitter. The Good Son won on Facebook. The Thing wins by 55% of the total votes.
The fact that this isn't even a blowout is fucking. I mean, for real though. For real, The Thing, like, okay, The Good Son, it's okay. I mean, it's good, but like the fucking Thing, man. It may be creepy, but I mean, Thing? I know, right? John Carpenter's The Thing is fucking epic.
Well, maybe that says something considering how much of a fan of John Carpenter Amanda is. So, but yeah, I think should have won that one running away. Big time, in my opinion.
The Usual Suspects versus Get Out. Usual Suspect won on Twitter. Usual Suspect won on Twitter. Get Out won on Facebook. The Usual Suspects wins by 58% of the total vote.
I don't agree with that.
As my friend Kendra would say, that's racist.
I don't though. I don't agree with those stats. Like, Get Out, it was hardcore. Well, yeah, they do both have great twists, but I mean,
so
Get Out's definitely a lot more psychologically thrilling, I should say.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna say once. Get Out's probably my favorite horror movie of all time. It's also kind of psychotherapy. That's one of the movies you can count on both characters. I am not mad that it lost to The Usual Suspect. If it lost to some bullshit like Flatliners and stuff like that, then I'll be fucking pissed.
I thought she was gonna say Frailty. I was like,
no.
Wait a minute.
No. But it lost some bullshit like they shouldn't lost to. Then I'll be mad as hell. But Usual Suspects. I'm not really mad about that.
So, by the way,
Get Out.
well, I was going to say, technically, Chansey had his one moment with Frailty on An Evening at the Movies, and the host of Masturbators had his moment on An Evening at the Movies talking about Get Out as well, both of which did amazing numbers. So, thank you to the listeners for that, because both were great episodes. So, hats off to both of you for that one.
Thank you. All right, The Bone Collector or Frailty.
Man, I know the Bone Collector's gonna probably win, but it should be Frailty. That's bullshit.
The Bone Collector wins by 63% of the total votes.
God damn, it's
Not
not
even
even
close.
like it's a fucking blowout. Shit.
The Fugitive versus Flatliners. The Fugitive won on Twitter. Flatliners won on Facebook. The Fugitive wins by 63% of the 63% of the total votes. And I hear that Fritz is a really hard watch, but to play devil's advocate, this is psychological thrillers. They all should
psychological thrillers.
They all should be hard watches. It was psychological thrillers. Gone Girl versus The Game. On Facebook, this was a 50-50 split. Gone Girl wins by 52% of the total votes.
Oh, Amanda's going to have a cow over that one. Wait for the comment in 3, 2, 1.
28 days later versus Law-Abiding Citizen. 28 days later won on Twitter. Law-Abiding Citizen wins on Facebook. 28 days later wins by 55% of the total votes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Conjuring versus Mystic River. Mystic River wins by 56% of the total votes. Yeah.
And yeah, it is what it is.
Fargo versus The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Fargo wins by 76% of the total votes.
Damn.
Hannibal versus Memento.
Okay, I can see the fact that not a lot of people have seen Girl with Dragon Tattoo, but damn.
I'm shocked that it's that high of a number.
Hannibal versus Memento. Memento won on Twitter. Hannibal won on Facebook. Hannibal wins by 70% of the total votes.
Damn.
Yeah.
And yes, Amanda, we've been beating that dead horse for the last hour that half the stuff is not a psychological thriller.
Primal Fear 1996 versus Unbreakable. Unbreakable wins by 60% of the total votes. Red Dragon versus 12 Monkeys. On Facebook, this was a 50-50 split. 12 Monkeys win by 58% of the total vote.
Oh, man. I agree with Amanda.
Yep, there you go. One time I'll agree with my co-host.
Zodiac versus Butterfly Effect. Zodiac won on Twitter. Butterfly Effect won on Facebook. Butterfly Effect wins by 52% of the total votes.
What?
Zodiac's out in the second round after 100% win in the first. Whoa!
They didn't even fucking catch the guy.
No Country for Old Men 2007.
Dream on, Amanda.
No Country for Old Men 2007 versus Cape Fear 1991. Cape Fear.
Shit.
Cape Fear 1991 wins by 61% of the total votes.
I figured it'd be pretty close because I love both of those movies, dude. No Country for Old Men is probably one of my favorite movies. Like, it's like non-horror films. I should probably clarify.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
fantastic movie.
Oh man.
Rosemary Baby or American Psycho. On Facebook, this was a 50-50 split. American Psycho wins by 53% of the total votes. All right, we're on round 3. If you the highest seed will get a bye in round 4. All right.
And in case Dre hasn't said it, as we go further, these matchups get harder and harder.
Thank you. 7 versus Mystic River. 7 wins by 76% of the total votes, which would be the bye in the 4th round.
Nice.
The Silence of the Lambs versus Unbreakable. The Silence of the Lambs wins by 82% of the total votes. Sorry. The Shining, or 12 Monkeys. The Shining wins by 66% of the total votes.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
The Sixth Sense, or the Butterfly Effect. The Sixth Sense wins by 67% of the total votes. Shutter Island, or Cape Fear, 1991. Cape Fear wins by 67% of the total votes.
Yes.
Misery, or American Psycho.
Ooh.
Misery wins by 77% of the total votes.
Damn right.
Fight Club, or Hannibal. On Twitter, Fight Club won. On Facebook, Hannibal won. Fight Club wins by 54% of the total votes.
Damn. But Amanda is right, though. Cape Fear is legit.
And she says, watch your ankles, because Misery.
Watch your ankles.
All right. The Devil's Advocate, or Fargo.
Oh, it's got to be.
Fargo wins,
say. Really?
Fargo wins by 65% of the total votes.
That's some fucking bullshit. Fuck.
Especially considering Devil's Advocate's the movie that made Amanda reconsider her career path after high school.
Yeah. Inception, or 28 Days Later. Inception wins by 59% of the total.
It better, man.
Split, or Gone Girl. Gone Girl won on Twitter. Split won on Facebook. Gone Girl wins by 52% of the total votes.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean it's close enough. It's close enough.
Psycho, or The Fugitive. On Twitter, this was
I do not like this.
This was a 50-50 split. Psycho wins by 52% of the total votes.
Wow.
I would have been okay with that being a Friday vote.
The Exorcist, or The
But
Bone
it's not.
Collector. It's not. The Exorcist, or The Bone Collector. The Exorcist wins by 65% of the total votes.
Amanda loves The Exorcist.
And last but not least, The Thing versus The Usual Suspects. The Usual Suspects wins by 67% of the total votes.
Like, I don't know what's more psychologically. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna say.
Already missed chances to meltdown.
Yeah, she'll definitely want to go back and watch that meltdown. But for real though, what is more psychologically thrilling than being trapped on the bottom of the fucking world, not knowing who you can trust? Fuck, man.
I mean, it says Kaiser Sose is happy.
Kaiser Sose.
So round 4, 7 will get a bye to the 4th round, to the quarterfinals. I'm sorry. We need, and then we'll bye in the quarterfinal at the bottom of the bracket. We'll get to that later once we get to it. So, Silence of the Lambs, or Cape Fear, both come out in 1991. Silence of the Lambs wins by 83% of the total votes.
I'm not okay with that margin. I'm okay with the win, but both of those movies are amazing movies, and it should have been a lot closer.
They should have faced each other in the end, in my opinion.
I wouldn't
The
have
Shining,
had a problem with that.
The Shining or Fargo. The Shining wins by 75% of the total votes.
Oh, now Fargo loses.
The Sixth Sense or Gone Girl.
Mm-hmm.
The Sixth Sense wins by 85%.
Rewatchability. That's all I'm saying is to steal a word from my co-host. It's fine to a certain point, but then rewatchability has to factor into it. And I'm sorry, after a certain point, I don't think The Sixth Sense is a very rewatchable movie.
Moved on. Misery versus The Usual Suspects. On Facebook, this was a 50-50 split. The Usual Suspects wins by 56% of the total votes. Fight Club or The Exorcist. Fight Club won on Twitter. The Exorcist won on Facebook. The Exorcist wins by 56% of the total vote. And last but not least, Inception versus Psycho. Psycho wins by 59% of the total votes. So in the quarterfinals, which means that the bottom of part of the bracket gets a bye, and that bye goes to The Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense will automatically go.
Move it one more round.
The Sixth Sense will automatically go to the semifinals. But we need to go see what other three movies will face in the semifinals. So we have Seven versus The Usual Suspects. Seven wins by 75% of the total votes.
That's fair.
I'm okay with that.
The Silence of the Lambs versus The Exorcist. The Silence of the Lambs wins by The Silence of the Lambs win by 87% of the total votes.
God damn.
Yeah. On Facebook alone, I think like maybe one or two people vote for it. And The Shining versus Psycho. The Shining wins by 75% of the total votes.
I suppose.
Yes, agree.
So we have the semifinals. And for the first time in bracket history, the semifinals is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. So according to the voters, Rotten Tomatoes did get it right. Just saying. Howard, though.
Well, I'm still not overly impressed with the voters anyway, but
that's why I said according to the voters. So whoever wins out of these two matchups will go to the finals. Whoever loses will go to the third place game. The three of us will be voting. All right. We have Seven versus The Sixth Sense. Seven wins by 61% of the total votes.
Should have been a lot higher.
And we have The Silence of the Lambs versus The Shining. And The Silence of the Lambs wins by 70% of the total votes. So which means that Seven versus Silence of the Lambs is our finals. How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If it can't be,
if it can't be Frailty.
if it can't be Frailty or Cape Fear versus Silence of the Lambs, then Seven's a good substitute.
All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to vote for the third place game. The third place game is number 3, The Shining, 1980, versus number 4, The Sixth Sense, 1999.
I'm gonna go with The Shining.
Casey votes The Shining. I'm voting for The Sixth Sense. I'm voting for The Sixth Sense just because I don't want to be a sweep. Casey, your vote.
So literally after I just ranted on rewatchability and all of that, and the fact that Chansey knows how I feel about The Shining. Oh fuck, The Shining.
And The Shining is number 3, which technically is how it is. Number 3, The Shining. Number 4, The Sixth Sense. However, though, this is not about third place. This is about the best. Out of 104 psychological thrillers, for psychological, the winner needs to be the best twist. That came from Amanda. However, though, out of 104 psychological thrillers, the final 2 was number 1, Seven, 1995. What's in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the
There
box?
better be a twist in this matchup, or I'm gonna
Versus
burn this shit down.
versus number, versus number 2, The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. Goodbye, horses. Would you fuck me?
I can't even listen to that song anymore. I'm just like, oh Jesus.
Would you fuck me? I fuck me. I fuck me hard.
Unfuck me so hard. Oh God.
Oh God, man, I could have done the obvious one, revolutionary skin, but that quote right there is fucking hilarious by itself.
When I saw him in Monk, I was like, oh my God. Every time the guy spoke, I couldn't take him fucking seriously. It's just like.
However,
Stupid thing is, he's in almost everything in the world.
Yeah, that's true too, actually. But Seven versus Silence of the Lambs, and your winner of the 104 psychological thriller is Silence of the Lambs by 65% of the total votes. And it's the second time Silence of the Lambs won one of these brackets. It's a multi-time winner, just like The Dark Knight. All right.
It's worthy of being a multi-time winner too. Both of them are great movies.
So the rankings are The Silence of the Lambs, number 1, Seven, number 2, The Shining, number 3, and The Sixth Sense, number 4. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, I'm all right with it.
Casey?
It's not horrible, but I got a couple of different ideas, but I'll accept it.
Yeah.
I mean, the voters picked it, and it's their bracket, so.
Yeah.
Good job, voters.
All right. Well, thank y'all for sticking out with us. Our next review show, we'll be reviewing the top 104 funniest TV characters bracket that we did. Spoiler alert, the winner of that bracket won by a Friday vote. There was no Friday votes in this bracket, by the way, at all. And the psychological thrillers bracket, there was no Friday votes at all. However, though, the funniest TV characters said, "Hold my beer," because there was some in there. All right. With that being said, Chancey, talk about your podcast, where to find it, all that kind of good stuff.
On a weekly show, Maniacal Music Musings, me and my co-host Jeremy, we get ourselves a guest and we each pick an album and review them, top 5 them, honorable mentions, debauchery, the basics. It's all good. My Instagram is the Red Eye Roundtable. My TikTok is the Red Eye Roundtable. Twitter is Red Eye Table because apparently you got to pay by the letter to old Elon. And then outside of that, you can find me on the Book of Faces.
Okay. Casey?
So, An Evening at the Movies is available wherever you get your podcast listening fix. Since it is officially Wednesday, Literature Reapers will be also available, probably first episode in a limited release because we haven't procured all of the listening services yet. So check that out on Spotify. Otherwise, you can find An Evening at the Movies on the I Did Not Make These Rankings Podcast Network website, www.idnmtrpodcastnetwork.com. Wow, I'm getting back in the habit of doing that really quickly again. Definitely check out all of it, though, because the network is great and there's amazing shows a part of that network. And always check out every Tuesday night our live draft episodes, because if you think we talk shit on these review shows. We talk even more shit in the draft episodes.
All right, and I do want to thank everyone for voting. These votes are amazing. And if anyone want to do one of these brackets, Casey and Chancey have done these brackets. If you want to do these brackets, they're fun to do. You can definitely come on. Never say no. However, got to pick a bracket that I already did because these are a bitch to make. My name is DeAndre Robinson. My name is DeAndre Robinson, and we are